a little bit about Down syndrome. What are the symptoms? What's the story behind it?
Well, first of all, there's not any set thing that causes Down syndrome.
Okay.
It all relates back to cell division. So we all have 2 copies of each cell or chromosome. And with Porter's case, his 21st chromosome split into thirds instead of halves,
Okay.
which gives him the trisomy 21 Down syndrome trait. And typically, your parents older than 35 are at higher risk
Okay.
of having a child with Down syndrome traits.
Okay.
I was 35 and a half Porter actually.
How did you find out that Porter may have Down syndrome? What was that like?
We didn't find out until after he was born.
Okay.
So going to the OBGYN for appointments and checkups and whatnot, like you normally would have to do, they do a blood test to check things out, and mine came back negative. Well, after he was born, obviously it was a false negative.
Oh.
So we didn't know. We had no idea until after he was born, and it was still questionable. So that's when they did blood work after he was born in the hospital, when they kind of picked up on some things, some characteristics of Down syndrome in him.
What
And,
were some of
the features? So his eyes were slanted. He has a wide gap between his big toe.
Okay.
Things like that. His hands, palms, there's usually, you can have a line with no split in your palm. Well, his didn't have that. He actually had full-blown open heart surgery.
And so what did they do to close the hole,
So,
make it narrow at one
When they
end?
went in, of course they had to crack his chest open and all that good stuff. And they had this material that they stitched in between those bottom 2 chambers to close up that hole. And then they just put a little stitch in the upper valve area to fix that hole. And then the theory behind it was once those are fixed, then his pulmonary valve would open back up like it's supposed to be. And his heart would grow evenly like it's supposed to be. Cause it was kind of one-sided. One side was getting larger than the other side.
And so his heart today?
Yeah, we're good. In fact, we went and saw the cardiologist last June and she cut him loose.
Oh, wow.
But I
Congratulations.
negotiated. I went to him. So she said, I'll see him in about 3 years. When he turns 5, I'll see him again. I said, okay, thank you.
It is not uncommon for children with Down syndrome to participate in multiple therapies, such as speech, physical therapy, and occupational therapy. Porter, as an infant, participated in feeding therapy as well.
Initially, they really didn't want to do anything because it was a baby. You know, babies don't do a whole lot, they even sleep. But we were not going to sit in the back seat on cruise control. We had already made our mind up on that one. We were going to push and push just as hard as we can push to get him whatever he needs and be proactive and trying to get that intervention ahead of time. And then once we made it to Duke, to the actual Down syndrome clinic, that's where his doctor there initiated our therapy that we started.
What types of therapy? What was recommended?
So initially we started with feeding therapy and physical therapy.
What did that entail?
Well, first of all, you know, with having Down syndrome, a lot of Down's kids or babies have their tongue protrudes out of their mouth. So we had feeding issues from the get-go with them. So we had a local nutritionist, feeding therapist that came and worked with him. Fortunately, everything was done at daycare, and I was right down the road, so I could just run in there if I needed to. Well, he stayed in private at-home daycare for the later, but so his therapist would come in, work with him on the bottle, like we would have to change the nipples on the bottles.
Okay.
So in addition to his speech and physical therapy, we're also getting occupational therapy.
Okay.
So, you know, as he got a little bit older, they worked with him on setting up and placing objects in containers and pinching them with his fingers,
Okay.
grasping, to work on those
Small motor
muscles.
skill
Mhm.
type stuff.
Yeah. And so, and we're still getting all that stuff, with the exception of feeding therapy. When he turned 18 months old, feeding therapy transitioned into speech therapy. Part of his physical therapy, his muscle tone was weak, and so he had to have braces for his ankles.
Okay.
And so this is our third pair, and they're custom made for him.
Oh, okay.
So these short ones like this, they take measurements of his foot. But the second pair he had came up just below his knee, and they actually had to put a fiberglass cast on both legs to make the mold to make them. And then they just cut it right back off.
At 3 years old, Porter is an active little boy. As a part of his physical therapy, Porter wears ankle braces to support his ankle and leg muscles. That doesn't stop him though, as he looks forward to playing t-ball as soon as the season opens back up. As you go forward, what are some of the things that you see for him in the future? What will he be able to do? What are your hopes, your goals?
Well, our main goal for Porter is, like I said earlier, we're not sitting in the backseat on cruise control. We're going to do everything we can to make sure Porter can be the best Porter that he can be. I want him to be able to do whatever he wants to do. In fact, he's ready to. Next year we're going to be on the ball field. He's ready to play t-ball.
He's playing t-ball? Awesome.
T-ball and basketball. That's what we're going to be playing next year. He'll be 4 and he'll be ready to go.
The Kings are fortunate to have support from a large group of family and friends. For more information on how you can find support and information on Down syndrome, you may contact the North Carolina Down Syndrome Alliance.